All right.
Welcome to
Welcome.
Slow Motion Yoga. I'm your host, Emily, and
And I'm Kayla. We're so excited.
yeah, we are. So clearly, we've never done a YouTube account before, so I'm going to be real awkward. I'm so sorry in advance. But happy to have you all here. Maybe it's just one of you, but I hope, or I hope it's more. Um, Yeah, my name's Emily. I'm one of the teachers on our beautiful YouTube account. I live on the East Coast, and Kayla and I will talk about how we met and all that good stuff, but she can introduce herself now. So
Yeah.
here's a microphone.
Yeah. My name my name is Kayla. I am on the West Coast, and Emily and I met through work. We no longer work together, but we did work together remotely for some time, and now we are no longer work besties. We're just besties.
That's right. That's right. And let's see, we have some questions here. So,
Let's go.
why we decided to do this? Well, we both love yoga, and we both want to become YouTube millionaires. Um, no, so we decided to do this because Kayla and I having the same conversations and same themes of, yoga has kind of turned from what it was in terms of a spiritual practice to more of a workout, which is fine if that's what you want it to be, but that's not what we want it to be. So we really want to honor yoga for what it is, its history, its roots, and you know not really see it as a workout. I don't just We just kind of have that same mindset, and so we're like, let's get our training certifications and let's be teachers, and we'll do YouTube because we don't live next door to each other. So
Mhm. Yep. Yep, spot on. I think also kind of what we've kind of dubbed true beginner yoga, which is yoga for someone who has never heard of yoga before in your life, and making it accessible.
yes, that's a big part of it. Because how many times have y'all gone to a yoga class and they're like, "Now we're gonna do bicycle crunches." I'm like, "What? Okay, that's not what I wanted at 5 a.m."
No.
All right, Kayla. Question number one: what brought you to yoga?
So I started doing yoga during COVID, which was a time for all of us. And I think it was a combination of having really high anxiety and also just needing something to do because we were all in the house all the time doing
Yeah.
nothing except working. So it was a very good outlet for me and it was very calming. What brought you
Fair.
to yoga, Em?
Similar mostly with the anxiety. I've started doing yoga since I was 16 now, and I think either I watched a video or something, found it on Pinterest or something, and I was like, "Oh, this is pretty cool. Let me see what this is about." And it's stuck since then.
Mhm.
Question 2: do you remember your first yoga class or practice?
Yes, my first yoga class was online and it was marketed as a beginner class and it was not a beginner class. It was like, warrior 2 to like reverse your warrior and then extended side angle and it was just boom 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 super fast and I had never heard of any of those poses before in my entire life. So I had no idea what I was doing. And now looking back, I'm like, yeah, we need more accessible beginner options.
Yes, 100%. My first yoga class was a one on one at a local studio. Actually, my high school teacher told me about it because I was close with her and I would talk to her about like yoga. I knew she did yoga. And my first teacher, Allison, lovely, lovely woman, she was just, I was learning a lot of the foundational poses. I remember she had me doing triangle and warrior two up against a wall, and she was because you want to be like kind of leaning back. That's something a lot of people tend not to do. But yeah, so it was a one on one. It was a great experience. I think, like most, whether it's personal training, Pilates, fitness, whatever, I think when you can find an instructor who takes time to meet with you one on one, really learn about what your needs are, your body, all that good stuff, it's usually a good sign.
Yes, definitely. Very important.
Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, question 3. Do you remember a prominent yoga moment when you fell in love with the practice? When you gave it a little smooch?
A little kiss on the forehead.
Yeah, that's right.
I think I think I remember specifically the first time ever practicing crow pose. When not the first time ever practicing it ever, but the first time I really felt like I got it. And again, kind of like counterintuitive, I think, to what we've been talking about, which is like yoga doesn't have to be perfect and it's beginner. And then I come and I'm like, well, the first time I ever did crow pose
The
perfectly.
first time I did a handstand.
But I think it was a bigger picture than just the posture. It was feeling the fulfillment and how satisfying it felt to put in the work towards the practice and to receive what to me felt like a reward in return. And I think that was a point where I really felt like this is going to be a long-term thing for me. I love this. I'm going to do this forever. What was yours? What was your kiss on the forehead moment?
Um, I think the meditation was a really big thing. I think I've always been someone, especially because, anxiety, but I've always been someone who has been very like go, go, go. I always need to be doing something. I don't like to just like be still. And meditation and even yoga itself, after moving for an hour, however long you decide to do it, just giving yourself that time afterwards to really just be with your breath, reflect on your practice, really. That was it. I was like, you know what? I need a little bit more of this because
Mm-hmm.
I think we all could just have some time being slowing down,
Yeah.
being slow, being present, all of that.
Yeah. I agree, girl. You know I agree.
I do. That's why we're doing this first video. Okay, sorry. Question 4. Do you have a favorite asana or multiple?
I love a good twist. I like the kind of twist where my spine gets a good little crack, you know? You feel it in like your lower spine especially. I love that. And then also I think anything hip opening. So love me some pigeon, cow face pose, I love.
That's a
All
good
of that.
one.
Yeah, all that good stuff. Anything that really gets me a good stretch. So good.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? What's your who are you giving the gold medal to?
I like me a good forward fold, specifically, especially in the morning. A wide leg forward fold is such a good way to get yourself just waking up for the day. I love to do a forward fold when I'm sitting, when I'm standing. I love a good forward fold. It's such a great whole back body stretch.
Yeah.
And I like my yogi squat, my malasana. She's a star. I try to do her every day. Opens up your hips, your back, you get that ankle flexibility. And it's such a great grounding pose for your root chakra too. So
Yes.
I like it. I
Isn't
like a
it
lot of grounding poses, honestly. I do. I like the shocker, right?
isn't it so fun to just stand in the kitchen, just wide leg forward fold, like while your soup's cooking, you know, and just just release that back. So good.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love my forward folds. Let's see. 5. How do you practice yoga in your day to day off of the mat?
I think breath is a big one for me. I am just always anxious all the time because I'm a very anxious person, and that's okay. I'm accepting that about myself. But I notice that I don't come home to my breath a lot, and that yoga really reinforces that and kind of forces me to do that, which is so nice, really. And like my shoulders are perpetually just like this. And so when you can notice those things and then you can release, and it makes the day better. It makes it easier. You don't have like a stress headache at the end of the day. And then I think just also kind of following the paths and just kind of being conscious of certain things and not always necessarily even changing anything about your way of life. Maybe not right off the bat, or maybe not ever, but just kind of being aware of things, right? And we talk about like non harming a lot and how things kind of come up. And I think when you're aware of them, then you have the ability to change or not change. But I think being aware of those things and where you could make differences in your life, I think that makes you a better, more well-rounded person. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think you've said it all. I don't need to echo anything, but yeah, I would say I take the same things away. Definitely a lot of just balance, a lot of self acceptance too, because I think that's something you really, you're doing a lot of reflection, so you're really going to learn how to just accept yourself. So
Yeah.
it's scary if you don't like to do that, but it's needed. Needed.
Yes, it's
All
very.
right. Last question for you, ma'am. How has yoga made your life better?
I mean, I think everything we already said, but if I were gonna like round it up and condense it
Everything
into
again.
one, I have that. How many? What's my word limit? I've got 15 words.
Yeah.
I think. I think as a whole, I think yoga has made me a more present person. Um, like present in the moment and present in my mind. And that's been a very good thing for me. And I think it's a good thing for the people around me too.
100%.
What is yours?
Samesies.
Yeah.
Samesies, girl. Samesies. I think too, again, that biggest one, the acceptance, a lot of reflection. I think more people need that, actually. But yeah, I think when you actually spend time to like reflect and think about things and like move through your emotions and allow your emotions to be, then yeah, you're just gonna be better off for it, truthfully. So
Yep.
that's what we hope this channel does for you folks. Or maybe it's just a way for you to stretch, and that's cool too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We're pretty
Yep.
easy. Easy, easy breezy, beautiful.
I
Yeah.
think that's it. I think you've said it all.
All right. Well, this is our first video. So we will, I think what we're going to try and post once a week.
Yeah, I
What's
think I
it go?
still aim for once a week. I don't know. Maybe that's just super ambitious, and we'll be like, never mind.
Maybe
But yeah.
we'll see how many people are in our channel. Maybe if there's one person, we'll show up for that one person.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Oh,
Absolutely. All
well,
right.
folks, thanks for watching us. We'll see you soon.